always say that history always repeats itself. That's exactly what's happening in this country today. In 1966, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, with the help of Tom Mboya, hatched a plan to reduce the influence and power of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. So they convened KANU meeting in Limuru. And after that meeting, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta appointed 7 more people as the vice presidents of the Republic of Kenya. Remember, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga was the vice president of the Republic of Kenya. Then Kenyatta decided to add more. So it meant we now had 8 vice presidents of the Republic of Kenya. All these guys were representing various provinces. Remember, this country, we used to have provinces, 8 provinces. So basically what Jomo Kenyatta did was to reduce the influence of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. That's exactly what President Uhuru Kenyatta is planning to do to his deputy president in Jubilee Party. According to information which was published today in the Standard newspaper, and of course it has been there within the political circles, Jubilee Party intends to create 3 more positions for the deputy party leader. William Ruto is currently the deputy party leader of Jubilee Party. So creating 3 more would mean we are going to have 4 deputy party leader in Jubilee Party. Exactly what Mzee Jomo Kenyatta tried to achieve in 1966. Jaramogi Oginga Odinga today is basically the deputy president William Ruto. Jomo Kenyatta is Uhuru Kenyatta. And you can assume that Tom Mboya, who helped Jomo Kenyatta, is today Rafael Tuju. But will this move undermine the march of the deputy president to the presidency? So I want us to look at the objectives which the president, through his party, intends to achieve by creating these 4 new deputy party leader. But before we do that, if you are watching this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or 2 and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Now, yesterday was a very interesting day in this country. It was interesting because the deputy president rally in Kisii attracted a mammoth rally. And unknown to many Kenyans, yesterday actually marked the 4th anniversary of Jubilee Party. So if Jubilee Party was still a very strong party, yesterday the deputy president would not have held that rally in Kisii. President Uhuru Kenyatta would not have held that cabinet meeting in Nairobi. The deputy president and his boss would have convened somewhere to celebrate the 4th anniversary of Jubilee Party. And we also know that Jubilee Party is now divided. The deputy president has been reduced. His influence has been reduced within that particular party. You go to parliament, President Uhuru Kenyatta took charge of parliament. You go to government today, the deputy president is actually a stranger in his own government. Yesterday, I watched the deputy president very keenly while giving his speech in Kisii. He's a man who has changed strategy. Probably will do another video on that. But the deputy president spoke painfully about how he formed this government. And he wants people like Fred Matiang'i and the rest who are using the police to undermine them. And he reminded them that without himself as the deputy president, as William Ruto, probably those guys would not be serving in some of those roles. So the image I got from there was of a man who is acknowledging that he formed this government, but today he's being undermined.
Tunaelewana? Hata wengine, mimi nimetafuta serikali hii na Uhuru Kenyatta. Tumewaajiri kazi. Alafu wanaanza kuniita majina. Mimi nataka niwaambie marafiki zangu, heshima si utumwa. Pangeni mambo yenu polepole. Kama sio mimi amungekuwa na kazi hiyo mnaendelea nayo. bure kabisa.
So that's the Deputy President William Ruto. A man who is supposed to be the Vice President, not even the Vice President, who is supposed to be the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. You go to Jubilee Party, so many things have happened at the back of the Deputy President. All his allies who are holding key positions within Jubilee Party were actually kicked out. And the president, in his own wisdom, decided to enter into a merger with KANU to form what he was calling Jubilee Coalition. That move in itself was meant to undermine the Deputy President. How was it meant to undermine the Deputy President? Uhuru Kenyatta is the Deputy Party leader. Uhuru Kenyatta is the party leader of Jubilee. Gideon Moi is the party leader of KANU. And again, let's add Wiper Party. Kalonzo Musyoka is the party leader of Wiper. So assuming today these three parties were to hold a meeting, and then they decide that the meetings will only be attended by party leaders. So it means Uhuru Kenyatta basically made Gideon Moi and Kalonzo Musyoka co-principals in Jubilee Coalition. So the Deputy President is down there, and now they want to create four more posts. Basically, they want to create three additional positions for the Deputy President. Whether this is going to work for them or not, I still can't tell. But one thing I know for sure is that what these guys are doing is attracting sympathy to the Deputy President. And the Deputy President can actually make good use of these frustrations to his advantage. But what are some of the objectives which President Uhuru Kenyatta and Jubilee Party intends to achieve by creating three additional deputy leader in Jubilee Party? In my view, they want to achieve the following. Number one, which is the main objective in my view, is to deny the Deputy President William Ruto the Jubilee presidential ticket in 2022. As things stand today, the Deputy President is the only man who can easily win the Jubilee ticket. These guys are keen on blocking him from contesting on Jubilee ticket. And the Deputy President has actually stated this in the past. He once stated that these guys are keen on stopping him from using Jubilee ticket. He said this during the interview with Joe Ageo. Assuming this is their objective, how are they going to achieve it? Now we are going to have three more regional leaders. So they are going to map the regions into four. So they are going to have three more regional leaders. One of these guys is actually going to be propelled to contest for the presidency. And remember, Caleb Kositany recently revealed something, that Raphael Tuju and the Communist Party tried to change the leadership structure of Jubilee Party at the grassroots. So which means at the grassroots, those leaders are actually allied to President Uhuru Kenyatta strategically. That was done. And they didn't know. They just realized late. So if these are the guys who are going to determine who will be nominated as the Jubilee candidate, then their chances of influencing that are going to be very high. The alternative is they might decide to enter into a coalition, let's say with KANU or with Wiper or even with Raila, and decide to support either of those guys for the presidency in 2022. So it will mean they'll enter into a coalition agreement because they control the structures of the party. We have three more deputy party leader. We have a party leader who is not going to contest for the presidency. So it's going to be very easy for them. Just enter into an alliance. Then this guy will have no option. He will then decide to bolt out. So the main objective, in my view, is actually to lock out the deputy president from using Jubilee Party as a ticket for 2022 general election. Number two, they want to reduce the influence and the impact of the deputy president in the event that the DP decides to bolt out of Jubilee Party. The deputy president has several options. His first option would be to use Jubilee as a political party, because Jubilee has a name, Jubilee political party is in government, Jubilee party has structures. So it will not be very difficult for the deputy president to use Jubilee in 2022. But should he decide, and he stated this, that if it become untenable for him to stay, then he's going to defect, or he's going to join another political party. And already 3 parties have been created just ready for him. In case that will happen, and he decides to bolt out, if he bolts out as the deputy party leader, we have a leader, party leader, then one deputy party leader, then it means the impact will be felt within Jubilee Party. But if these guys will succeed in creating those 4 deputy party leaders, let's say the deputy president is dealing with the strategy, the other one dealing with the finance, the other one dealing with the mobilization and resource mobilization. So even if the deputy president will leave, these guys will at least feel that comfort that of course he has left, but still we have someone who can still be the deputy party leader of our party. So they want to reduce that impact should this guy decide to bolt out. Number 3, I think the deputy president is a very powerful man. His personality, his aggressiveness has made him very powerful. So they want to reduce those powers. In Jubilee Party, if you read the constitution of Jubilee Party constitution, it was crafted in a way to favor the party leader. So most of the functions of the deputy party leader are actually the functions of the party leader. But he can only exercise them if they are delegated to him. You can't rule out the possibility that Uhuru Kenyatta will not be running for the presidency. I mean, you can't rule out the possibility that Uhuru Kenyatta is actually going to agree to retire. If Uhuru Kenyatta will agree to retire, what's going to happen? He will hand over Jubilee Party to William Ruto. Again, what will happen? William Ruto will have the same powers which Uhuru Kenyatta has been enjoying as the party leader of Jubilee Party. What that would mean is that he will have absolute powers in Jubilee Party. So these guys are going to are going to increase these positions to 4. And once they are reduced to 4, once they are increased to 4, they are going to have defined roles. So for the first time, these guys are going to define the roles of each and every deputy party leader. So if your role will be to deal with the strategy, it will be defined. If it will be to deal with the resource mobilization, it will be defined. If it will be to deal with the strategy, with the public, with communications and publicity, all those roles are going to be defined, so that the next party leader will not have overriding influence on the roles and the functions of these other guys. Remember, in this country, once you have those positions filled, it's always very difficult to replace them. Ask Moses Wetangula. Ask even ODM party. Because sometimes you'll have to call for delegate conference, they have to be ratified, so on and so. So what they want is a situation where should Uhuru Kenyatta decide to exit political scene, so Jubilee Party remains with the deputy president, they'll define those roles of the deputy party leader, so the deputy president will just be a party leader, but his deputies will have defined roles. And lastly, this strategy, if you ask me, is a way of forcing the deputy president to bolt out. Nobody hates power. Yesterday I was talking to a friend on this platform, and he narrated to me how Oyugi Ezekiah was powerful. And certain instances, I have actually told this guy to write a book. He told me stories how this guy actually literally cried. One time when he went to Mombasa, you know, Oyugi used to have access to State House. So on this day, they went to Mombasa. The president was in Mombasa. So they were at White Sands Hotel. So these guys would always go to State House, because he was telling me during Moi's era, what used to happen was that any time you were around him, lunch, breakfast, dinner, you must make sure you are there. Because if you are not there, you'll be the matter, you'll be the menu being discussed on that day. So Yugi was always with Moi. So they were in Mombasa at White Sands. Then they drove Oyugi to State House. While at State House there, at the gate, they were shocked. Because one of the GSU officers manning that gate, who was actually employed by Oyugi, asked them, mnataka futa nini hapa? Ati nimeleta mzee. You see, these are guys who used to open the door every time Oyugi would come, wakiona tu gari huko wamefungwa. So they went and consulted, and akambia hapana. So Oyugi went back without getting to State House. When he arrived in his hotel, his hotline was not functioning. He told me that was the first time he saw a leader crying, literally, because power was going right in front of him. I'm imagining that's the situation the deputy president is actually finding himself in. You know, you're a deputy president. You have a political party. Political party is going. You're not sure of the support of your boss. You're not sure of the support of the system. You're not sure. So the only alternative which is remaining is to say enough is enough. So the deputy president will have to say enough is enough. So these guys are actually provoking him to bolt out. And I'm seeing people like Oscar Sudi actually playing into the hands of what these guys are hoping for and praying for. So in my view, those are the 4 reasons, 4 political objectives which Jubilee Party intends to achieve by kicking out the deputy president out of Jubilee Party. In my view, those are the 4 political objectives which I think President Uhuru Kenyatta and Jubilee Party and his allies in Jubilee Party intends to achieve by creating those additional deputy party leader for Jubilee Party. Whether it's going to work for them or not is something I still can't tell. But one thing I know is that the deputy president can actually use this to his advantage. He has used some before. He can actually use it to gain sympathy. Again, he can use it. He can use it. They can create these positions. The deputy president then decides to bolt out. After bolting out with the masses, then the party will just remain a shell. I don't know what you think. Let me know your thoughts on this matter. In my next video, I want to discuss what Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga must do if they intend to stop being embarrassed by the deputy president in 2022. Because the deputy president is serious. So there are certain things Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga must do for them to stop Ruto from embarrassing them. Tukutane that time. Thank you guys, and please, if you're watching this video for the first time, just click subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. This month, we've grown tremendously. The number of subscribers increased. Why? Just because of the support, you sharing the videos, increasing the interactions. You know, once you start dropping your comments and we start interactions there, YouTube take note of that, and they start escalating those videos. So I want to thank you for that. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day.